I'll just get this loaded up here and just give it a couple more minutes for people to join on. All right. Okay. I'll just give it a few minutes for people to join on. Today's topic is tips for video interviews, which is very appropriate given we're doing a video today. We'll just load up here. Okay. If there's any questions you want to post, just type them on the screen there, and I'll see them pop up. I'll just give it another minute or two. Talked about starting at 12 o'clock. It's just about 12 o'clock now. Okay, hey Alex. Okay, so Alex is my eyes and ears for today as well. Not here in the office today. We're abiding by the non-essential businesses, even though obviously today is this time period should be essential for job seeking. But nonetheless, Alex will be responding to any comments here as well. So you're welcome to post a question. I'll answer, or I'll try to answer as well. But we do have an empty office here, so I am here on my own and doing this while the rest of the team is working remotely today. So anyways, thanks for joining on. My name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Happy that you can join. And started doing this yesterday, a webinar, and I plan on doing this daily from now on at 12 o'clock p.m. So just watch for alerts and postings moving forward. I've been in the recruiting industry. If you haven't been on the webinar, if you weren't on the webinar yesterday, I have been in the recruiting industry for 25 years. This is my 25th year. I started in 1995, and I've seen all kinds of companies and situations and recessions and things that have happened over the years, good and bad, in the economy. And this one is obviously a tough one, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it together, and hopefully it won't be long lasting. So thought about doing these webinars or Facebook Live postings just to share some tips, and it'll be about 15 minutes or so. Just to stay connected with people. If you're at home and you're not sure what to do, you've been laid off, or you've had you're not sure about your job, or you're worried about what may happen, I just thought I'd come on every day and just share some tips and give you an idea as to what you should be doing. And I'll get to pick a different topic every day and go from there. So just checking out Alex's note, and thanks again for all of you for joining. If you just joined, my name is Marc Belaiche, president of TorontoJobs.ca. So today's topic is I have 16 tips for successful video interviews. Things I should let you know. Now, when I first started in recruiting, it was all really you had to be in-person interviews. I mean, that was really the game, and that was the only game. So even telephone interviews were out of the question. We always had to interview people as a recruiter, as a recruiting firm, and as a recruiter, we always had to interview people in person. And then over time that changed because of video and digital and ease and traffic in Toronto especially. So we had so video interviews became more acceptable. Skype first off, and now there's Skype, FaceTime, WhatsApp, and so on. So again, today's tips for successful video interviews. And if you have any suggestions for future topics, feel free to send them off to me. But I'll run till about 12:15 and go for questions as well too. So number one tip: find a quiet place, something well lit, something where you can see the person. I've had many interviews where I can't even see the person. Either they're in a basement or they've got lights low, and I just ask them, to redirect the light so that it's on their face. So just be really cognizant of that, about how people can see you or not see you. Number two, make sure there's no interruptions. So there's dogs, there's spouses, there's kids. There's one classic video. I don't know, it was some reporter or somebody who was being interviewed, and they were at home, and his two kids came in during the reporting, and then it looked like with the nanny perhaps, or the wife, I don't know. She came running in and tried to get the baby and the other kid from being in there, and the person being interviewed was like, just stay off. So kind of fun. So number three, make sure your internet connection is stable. So if others, especially in today's world where others may be at home with you, or your apartment or condo or whatever, there may be situations where your internet connection is not smooth. So try to get them to not be on videos or watching Netflix or whatever while you're doing a video interview, because you don't want a choppy connection. Number four, close all unnecessary web browser tabs that you may have. If you have like 10 of them open or whatever, that may slow down your computer. So just close everything until you have that there. Dress professionally. Someone can see, basically from here and above. So what they see in the camera, what the recruiters will see, are really what you want to be aware of as well. Okay. Have a clear background. So the common suggestion is having like a plain wall or a white wall, something if you can, and make sure, number 7 here, just make sure that there's nothing behind you that will indicate anything that can be construed discriminatory or otherwise. So I've had some video interviews with people over the years where they have a picture of a religious item or something like that. Just you don't want any recruiter to have any reason otherwise than to be looking at you. So try to have some kind of clear background. Make sure there's nothing in the picture frame within this picture that people can see that will impact you at all. Number 9, being in the middle of the screen, so you can see yourself. So make sure that you're not on this side and partial. I've had some interviews, and I've seen it all, but I've seen interviews where I can't even see the person. The person's computer is down or up or whatever, and I can't see the person. So just make sure that someone can see you, and try to test it out with someone beforehand. Give them an idea. Again, my name is Marc Belaiche, president of TorontoJobs.ca. If you're just joining, I know there's some people joining. And just if you have any questions, just put it in the comment box, and I'll keep an eye on what's posting here. Number 12 is have your resume printed out. Not on your computer, so you can follow what's on your resume that the recruiter is looking at. Don't have it on your computer, so you have to toggle back and forth between the video screen and the person. Have a printed copy so you can continue on. Take notes. Have a pen and paper, notepad, whatever, next to your computer, next to your screen, your mouse. Number 14. Make sure your phone doesn't ring or buzz while you're on the phone. So basically no phones, like you either turn it off or put it in another room or whatever. There's nothing worse when I talked to somebody on a video interview and I'm like, do you want to get that? Do you want to put me on hold? So just turn it off, and that should be it. Number 15, use a computer or laptop for better quality for the video, not the phone. That might be shaky. You might be holding the phone and it's kind of going back and forth. So try to have an actual computer that's will stay in place. I've done many interviews when someone's in a car, they're on a break at work or at lunch or whatever. So I get it. I understand that, at times it might be difficult that way. But for the most part, just try to have a computer or laptop with you. And number 16 is really try to be conservative in what you wear. Like, unless you're in maybe design or something artsy, be very conservative in what you wear. To have not having like bright colors, or not having like a suit or top that's just distracting to the interviewer. Just try to focus. Have the interviewer focus on what you do and what you're doing, and that would be most helpful. So those are my top 16. If you're interested in seeing this list, all you have to do is just send me an email. I'll give you my email address. Actually, if you can see it all, I'll put my email address on here right now, so uh, you can email me as well, and I'll just send you the list. And maybe in the future, I'll post it on there as well. So this is the second time I'm doing these webinars, and I'm just trying to figure out what the best way of doing this is. I plan on doing them at 12 o'clock every day, Eastern time, and then at 12:30 I'll switch to Instagram Live. So I'll be doing that in about 15-20 minutes or so as well. I noticed Martin Buckland. Martin's great if you're looking to get your resume updated. Martin is fantastic. He's been doing this for a long time, so you should check him out. Just kind of what's going on in the market. I talked about this yesterday. Obviously, coronavirus is the lead story. It's the only story, it seems like. This year has been. There's been a lot of things that it's very easy to forget. Kobe Bryant dying and Brexit and the Australian wildfires, if you remember. There's 8 or 10 like major news stories that have happened, but that all seems so long ago now, doesn't it? But right now, each company is going to be impacted in their own way. There's layoffs going on in some cases, and there's others that are just saying, hey, we're just going to be as is. And there's other industries, for example, insolvency businesses or businesses that are related to that are going to probably grow in this kind of environment. So keep that in mind as you're going through. So I just want to spend a couple of minutes talking about how TorontoJobs.ca can help you. So we're offering these Facebook Live today, every day at 12 o'clock for the foreseeable future. I'm going to come on. So set yourself a reminder if you'd like. 12:30, I'm going to go on Instagram Live. If you're looking at it for a job, feel free to send me your resume. Our recruitment team is still working. We have lots of orders that we're trying to fill. So even in this environment, there's always companies that are hiring. So send us through. Send us your resume. Send it either to myself, my email address that I posted, or to resumes@TorontoJobs.ca. Make sure to go onto our site and post your resume on TorontoJobs.ca, of course, as well. You can also grab a copy if you want of my book. I wrote this book called Tales from the Recruiter. You can check out talesfromtherecruiter.ca is the website where you can get a book. It's $20. Including shipping and taxes, so basically not making any money off it when you factor in all the printing and time and so on. But if you want it, it can be shipped right to your door if you're looking for information. So it's just a book that I wrote, and it's good for anybody looking for a job. It's also available on Amazon and also Kindle and Kobo, so you can check out talesfromtherecruiter.ca and you can find out information about it. If you're thinking about starting up a company as well, we have a sister division called TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca, and we hold a conference that's held twice a year. So for now, we're reviewing our next event would be on May 6th. But in the meantime, if you are thinking about starting up a business, or if you have a business that has been something that you've wanted to do, or you've been working part-time on it, you can check out, I'm going to do a webinar at 2 o'clock tomorrow, at 2 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. That is specifically for business owners or entrepreneurs. And you can check that out at on our TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca Facebook page as well. So just like you're on the TorontoJobs.ca Facebook page right now, you can check out the TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca Facebook page, and I'll be on there at 2 o'clock tomorrow, just talking about some business oriented items. So and then if you need some one-on-one coaching as well, if you go to talesfromtherecruiter.ca, we can arrange for one-on-one coaching. It might be beneficial for you. Make sure to get some exercise, make sure to get some walks. I know it can be depressing because everywhere we're talking, COVID-19, coronavirus, and but just make sure to get some exercise and get out there and really think about the things that you want to do in your career. And you might want to check out my my video Facebook Live from yesterday, because I do talk about other things that you can do if you're in job search mode. And just know that things will get better. And if you have ideas for other topics that you'd like me to talk about, by all means send it, email me through. But stay positive, move around, get some exercise, get out. It's not going to kill you by walking out the front door or out of your apartment or whatever it is. And let me give you a chance to win a book. So if you want a copy of this book, just email me your resume. First couple of people that do it, give me their address. I'll send you a copy of the book. I'll mail it to you, no cost. It's Marc.Belaiche at TorontoJobs.ca, which is on there, so you can check it out. And that's about it. I don't see a lot of comments here, so I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to head on over to Instagram in 15 minutes, and I'll be there. And come back here again, same time tomorrow, 12 o'clock on Facebook Live on the TorontoJobs.ca page. And wish you luck. And I'm signing off. So have a great day, and take care and stay safe.